Instant payment, the back end good. Got sense, but the act no.
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Texans and the reigning NFC champs. Coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Houston Texans taking on the NFC champions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Take on the final Super Bowl of the decade. Super Bowl 63 is underway. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. So here are the Texans now with a long field ahead. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3 quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field, because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And there are a lot of quarterbacks who had terrific careers. Think about guys like Phillip Rivers, Randall Cunningham, Dan Fouts, Warren Moon. But they never got to a Super Bowl. Yet here he is in his second NFL season, already getting his chance. I mean, harken back to Dan Marino, another superstar, made it in his second year, lost the game, and never made it back again.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
2nd and 9 now. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. Landry, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. 25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Texans are on the board first here in this Super Bowl.
Brandon, this is the Super Bowl. A touchdown scored in any game is big. In this one, it's massive.
The point after try forthcoming. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the result, a Houston touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now back to throw. And oh, that is going to be a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Taking it about the 16. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a 1st down right out of the gate.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Landry. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37. They'll look to throw here. And he's He's got his big tight end here. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On third down, Landry. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Just a 1 yard gain on the play, and that'll be the call to the punt team as it's fourth down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more.
They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Here's a 2nd and 7. That's complete to DK Metcalf. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. They'll look to throw here on first down.
And this one too low.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Being chased out left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. On 2nd down now, Landry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
They'll run on first down. It's Page. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Pressure comes, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield, so they'll throw it away.
pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They begin the drive with Williams. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. The biggest game, the biggest stage, Super Bowl 63, one quarter in the books. 9-0 our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter action about ready to start here. Super Bowl 63. Brandon Gardner alongside Charles Davis bringing you all the action. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. They'll look to throw again. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because of more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield, and oftentimes the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Texans will take over. Now comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He'll drop to throw. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands.
Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
They run it again with Williams. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. And on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away.
It's 4th down.
Houston set to take over.
If you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing right, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down. Up the middle they go. Landry.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
But we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the 1st down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
2nd and 5. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. They'll set up a throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. On 3rd down, Page. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 2nd and 3. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to...
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Over the middle, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 2. And it's caught. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 1st down, Landry. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll set up to throw. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass. And his kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, Bean, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight. As we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for the Texans. And it's been the passing game that's gotten them to where they are, 2 quarters away from a possible Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, on the other side, they were on the other end of the spectrum in terms of passing efficiency. That's going to need to improve in the second half to come.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And right now, their chances of hoisting that Lombardi trophy not looking too great, but perhaps that long halftime, maybe it did them a world of good.
But if there's ever a chance to regroup, it's in this game, right? Because you do have that long halftime, a chance to really assess things and maybe make some changes and true adjustments. They played great all year long. That was the worst first half of the season for them. They're hoping to put it behind them and come out punching here in the second half.
Man open left side, it's Williams. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll look to throw now on first down. Right side caught by Jackson. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And that's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5. And they will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Texans touchdown. And what we just saw, very, very rare. We only had 5 of those in the first 50 Super Bowls.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and we just saw it happen again. Extraordinary.
The defense has been good, and they were good again there. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Now Williams running left. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything. And here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
Now back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 26. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Out of his hands quick to Jackson. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. 2nd and 1. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Back to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one a product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
They're backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be fourth down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on third. The Texans send the punter out. He's been terrific so far. Oh, what a move. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Here's Sacramento's offense once more. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle.
And this one incomplete. Couldn't hang on to it. In the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up third down.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams.
And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
And 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jackson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
They go back to the ground with Williams.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
3 quarters in the books. 1 to go here in Super Bowl 63 in that final frame after this timeout.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Time to get down to the nitty-gritty. The 4th quarter here of Super Bowl 63.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Jackson.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Miners are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
The offense going to stay on the field as they will line up and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And they have been the better of the 2 sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl, and the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 28 yards. The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught at the 10. A huge play there for Houston. 47 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
He'll drop to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He'll look to throw. Touchdown, Texans! A great effort there. Taking it in. And the Texans are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a 2-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams. In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi Trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and a mile. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. On play action, they'll throw. On the move to his left. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he comes back with one complete.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
2nd and 5. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Taken down at the 47-yard line.
On 2nd down, Landry, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Landry. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, You don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll run on first down. It's Page. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Back to throw here. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And the Texans are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
They'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Page, and he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. On third down, Landry, and he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's Sacramento's offense once more. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Texans scoop it. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been there.
That fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
On first down, Landry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Landry, and he'll take this one down to the 36. And the Lone Star State has a new champion. It's the Houston Texans, kings of the Super Bowl. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy. You know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. The accomplishment,